So it's time for a new nail video. This was the next one in line. It is a Sugar Shimmer in Gummy Grape. So I did read the directions just to make sure I can use a base coat. It just says to shake gently and apply 2 thin coats. So it's obviously got glitter in it. You can't really see it in the purple, but you can see it on the design here, which is yellow and looks nasty. So I'm going to go ahead and do the base coat, but I'm not going to be doing a top coat because this is supposed to be textured like sugar. So I finally have a new base coat. The other one had just a little bit left, so I let my mom have it because she paints her nails every once in a while, not very often, but she definitely notices a difference if I don't use a base coat on her, which sometimes I forget to take it if I go over to her house to paint her nails. So this is just Revlon base coat. That's all it is. There's no hardeners, strengtheners. It's literally just a base coat. And it looks milky in the bottle, but I did try it out earlier and it is clear. So let's get the base coat on. So one thing I do notice differently about this regular base coat compared to the Sally Hansen one I was using is that this one is thicker and it doesn't seem to dry as fast, but that's not going to stop me. No, it does not seem to dry as quickly as the other one. I mean, it was like almost instantly dry, and this is a much thicker formula. So I have got the base coat on. It is shiny, but it does not look milky like in the bottle. You know, it's milky looking, but it's pretty clear on my nails. So going in with this, I've already shaken it a little bit. And so it says to apply 2 thin coats. So this is Sally Hansen Sugar Shimmer in Gummy Grape. It says it on the back and on the top. Can you read that? I don't know. It's Gummy Grape. So this is going to be the first time I'm using a Sugar Shimmer. I also have just the plain sugar, but I have not used either one. So this is kind of like a first impression. So let's see. It is one of the brushes that is thick on one side and skinny on the other. So you only have 2 ways to apply it instead of any way you pick it up. Okay, so here we go. So right away, I mean, it definitely looks grainy, textured, whatever you want to call it. Let's get a second coat, see if you can watch the application. And I don't know if 2 coats is going to cut it. I mean, I would like it to look like as dark as the bottle. Right now, it looks very light, very streaky, very sheer. So I'm definitely not impressed with 1 coat. I mean, it looks, well, on screen it really looks nasty. In person, it doesn't look pretty. But right there, just looking at that, it just looks nasty. So let's go in with the second coat, see if that makes it any better. Let's see if it's dry. Yeah, it's pretty dry already. I just did 10 nails and talked for 5 seconds. I mean, so it did not take long to dry. That's a plus. So there's definitely a difference in the color with the second coat. Much better looking. I still think I would like 3 coats though, honestly. It's still pretty streaky. So there's the difference. Drastic difference. I still feel like it could use another coat. Like, the tips are just not looking opaque. Like, you can still see my smile line a little. So I'm going to do 3 coats because I am not satisfied with the looks of it at 2. So there is the difference in 2 coats and 3 coats. Yeah, I like the darker purple better. So let's finish it off the 3rd coat and then that will be it. All right. Now that I've got 3 coats on, well, as for first impression, I definitely did not like the suggested 2 thin coats. That really did not do any favors for me. I mean, it just looked ugly. It is looking textured. I have not felt it yet because it's still drying, but it definitely looks textured. It is shimmery. It's definitely textured and a little shimmery. It's not like a glitter polish or anywhere close to that. Like I said, I have not tried the actual sugar, so I don't know the difference. But there is a little shimmer in this. As I said, this is 3 coats instead of the suggested 2 coats. I did not like that it was not completely opaque in the 2 thin coats. But overall, I mean, it's a textured polish. With the 3 shades, it is a very pretty opaque purple color. Not too bad. So, yes, I like it, but I would not suggest following the directions. And of course, you don't use a top coat, otherwise it takes away the texture. But overall, not bad, except for it is a very thin, sheer formula, and it did actually need 3 coats to get complete opacity. But it's cute. I will just see how hard it is to remove. I will let you guys know in my next video if I had a lot of trouble getting it off. But overall, not a bad polish. Not too bad. But I do suggest, you know, get it to complete opacity. I did need 3 coats, not 2 thin coats. So Maybe a different color would have looked better, but it just did not look right with two thin coats. It looked nasty. So anyways, that is my first impression of the Sugar Shimmer by Sally Hansen. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and I will see you next time. Bye!